are you, women of SWA? Welcome to the Wisdom School, the Wisdom Circle. Welcome to the world of ELLA SOPHIA. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I have my secondary theme song playing today, not the primary one. I just wanted to come on and say thank you, thank you, thank you for enjoying and spending time with me in this world and in this amazing environment. So I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys some new experiences and new technology and wisdom for you guys, and new, I think, senses of like what could possibly be for us and available to us. Ooh, is this loud? To me, this is loud. I hope it's not loud for you guys. Let's slow this down a little bit. There we go. So, with the new becoming of ELLA SOPHIA and the primary brand of the personal development of Sophia Wisdom School, Wisdom Arts, we really are developing what wisdom is. So the spoken word and the storytelling of everything, and then arts. And the arts is really the cultivating of embodiment and feeling of all things. What does Sophia represent? It represents wisdom, so it's like a double whammy, wisdom, but it's also the highest octave of the goddess frequency. So there's the goddess, and then there's the elevated, like, divine virtue of beyond the goddess. And this is really like the second coming of the energy that we all speak about. And this is a really high octave of energy, feminine, divine feminine energy, in a Christ-like being, which is goddess energy. But then there is a higher octave of the goddess energy. There's the ultimate one, creator. And really understanding and embodying that level of energy and that level of creation is so important. And it's so important because it allows us to activate parts of our genome and our DNA and our frequency and our full totality of ourselves into an integrated part of society, an integrated part of the world. All of this sounds really out there. It's not tangible. How do I get this to be tangible for you guys? I think right now all I can do is really say that our branding expression and the way that we hold space and capacity and the quantum energy of the world and the way that we hold a possibility of that realm really allows this frequency of the Sophia energy to walk through and come through even more, which is the highest embodiment of the feminine Christ energy and the divine feminine energy itself. This doesn't make us outside of our human experience or anything like that. This makes us more embodied and more fulfilled into our being and into who we are, and deeper into that. It's so important and powerful. But what we need to learn as a human race and a human being is that we need to learn how to be more emotionally intelligent with ourselves and our frequency. We need to understand our capacity to hold space and intelligence and form. And we also have to learn how to fundamentally become more spiritually intelligent and integrated into society of the world itself. So these are really important aspects when we are developing our way of being inside everything that is. And the elite program we're running at the end of this month, it's going to be really powerful. It's open for as many women as possible. It's an 8 to 10 week course, and it allows you to walk out with a brand that you actually embody and becomes more deepened with. It's very powerful. So that embodiment of that brand really is about us understanding how to connect with our divine truth and our vision, that biggest vision, and how to put it into a visual. So we'll be making Facebook banners, we'll be making your logos, you'll be fundamentally finding your color brands and technology for yourself. You're gonna get images, and you're gonna see how to intertwine those images to really strong, potent, defined parts of your business. You're gonna have pillars, you're gonna have modalities, structures, and you're gonna really formulate it, and then start learning the language and the expression and the emotional intelligence and the body embodiment and the nervous system capacity to hold this level of frequency and start communicating it to your clients and the people you work with in your industry or within your field, so you can expand this technology outside of just not the coaching world or the smaller fraction of the environment we're in. Really start up leveling and becoming the elite, the best that you can, luxury, the experience of the world you want, and the highest quality of divine light embodiment. And this is really about your brand and allowing and representing this kind of technology and this level of expertise and this level of energy source running through your physical body as a feminine energetic. human evolution is evolving, and we are evolving at fast rates, and it's regardless if you want to agree with this or not. It's what's happening. It's the experience that's occurring, and maybe it's too big for us to comprehend it and monetize in our mind. So we just focus on our vision and our step and our part of that grand vision, that grand world. And this is what this branding, embodiment brand allows you to do, is to take in all the information you receive from the ethers, take in all the information that you got, and integrate it into your physical being, integrate it into your full totality of who you are. In mentorship is allowing you to enter into a field of possibility, of a realm of quantum accessibility. It is allowing that possibility of yes, and anchoring more and more frequency onto the earth, to say, holding yes, that capacity of like, yes, this is possible, yes, that frequency is available, yes, we can integrate it and grant it onto the earth and land it here and anchor it. It's you not doing it alone, but with other people, creating a likeness, resonance to you, and saying like, yes, this is possible. There's other people that are experiencing doing the same thing as you, and creating a stronger likeness and a stronger totality and field to make that anchored into a full yes. We all really want to have a very spiritual life, but also a very material life at the same way, where we're safe and protected in the freedom. We want to expand our spirituality in the highest, grandest totality of energetic source, and really sending it forward, and really sending it to a higher timeline, really developing really where we're going and we're almost wanting to be. You're going to learn and find that technology is within the physical body and the nervous system and the limbic system, and you're going to start to understand what integration is in the body of transformation, and then how that can really start to make a resonance and make a possibility of that wealth consciousness. And that wealth consciousness is so readily available to so many of us. When I was 25, I was actually working in a company, a healthcare company, for about 4 or 5 years out of a 10-year career. When I first joined into this healthcare company, I knew inside of me that it should be only 2 years I spent at this company. I should only spend 2 years at this company and learn everything I need to know, and then move on and evolve from it. But like many of us, we get stuck in the comfort, we get stuck in the stability, we get stuck in the way we are. We don't want to move from it. So we stay longer than we're supposed to. We stay longer in an area that maybe we've outgrown, but we just stick around because of comfort. So that led me to stay 2 to 3 extra years in this company, where I was forced and slammed me to come out of the company, slammed me to walk out of the position, because I no longer were a residence with it. And instead of growing beyond my residence, every time I stuck longer with that company, I shrink and become smaller, because I wasn't available to move. I didn't allow myself the movement. I wasn't brave enough to move. Mentorship gives you the reminder of you have the possibility around you to go forward. Do not stay too long in one spot. You keep moving forward and forward and forward, and that's what this potentiality and this is what this power gives you. Many of us have had really successful corporate lives. Many of us have had successful past. Many of us have really been able to prove that we can go against the ashes and walk through the fire. But then we stop at a certain level because of something that we've unseen, or we don't know, something that's from our past that we're not available towards. And many times we feel like it's a stuck pattern and we can't break through it, through those subconscious limiting beliefs. But here in the Elite Luxury Branding, and here in the Sophia Wisdom School, Wisdom Arts, we learn to defy past those limits. We learn to defy past those nervous systems, and through those egoic blocks and through the subconscious patterns, and we break through that through body activations, through mind rewriting, through nervous system recalibrations, through proximity to wealth, through the calibration of the essence of wealth consciousness, and we activate those timelines for the high spiritual embodiment woman. Spirituality doesn't have to be how fancy your tools or how much you know. It's about your technology inside of your integrated body, into activating that transformation, and then now fulfilling it to the fullest capacity and totality. It's a simple experience of day-to-day embodiment at a higher capacity that goes much more farther than knowing X amount of tools. It's what you do with the technology, and how you expand it, and how you embody it, and how you integrate it, and how you develop it. The alignment comes from within, and that's what we teach here, and that's what we learn here. The woman is the holder of all those essences. She is the lineage and the legacy and the expansion of all the tools available to us. That is us, because we are the woman. So Sophia Wisdom Arts, we teach you that ability. We teach you that engulfing, and plus we teach you the new way of coaching, the new way of mentorship, the new way of stepping into that power, the new way of our industry, the new way that it's going towards and building. Together we rise. Together we walk to the through and true. If you're starting on the coaching where this is where you want to be, because this is the direction of a long-lasting, stable movement. Not just the industry, but taking over the world, essentially. We're literally going to take over the world because we're setting new precedents of industries and legacies to become now. So when you're embodying your truth and you're embodying your highest self and you're embodying your dream and your destiny, there is a calibration that needs to occur with like-minded individuals and an integration of your soul into your physical body that needs to go through your nervous system, it needs to go through your feeling body and your feeling emotions. And you need to be in proximity to women that hold such a high caliber spiritual intelligence and also are doing in the physical world, so you can get resonance to this possibility of yes. Whether you stay in the realm or you step further, that's up to you. But this is where you get to step into that knowingness, that ability, that creation. And that's what this grants you. So the Manifesto, that's another program I'm running in April 22nd, 2022. And this is an amazing opportunity. If you have a story, you have a voice, you have something of your life that you want to share for the world, as well as making it huge, not just saying I wrote a book, but really having it across all the boards, this is your opportunity of doing that. This is your opportunity of going into knowing that you came here for something brand new and great. Something beyond what you can even imagine. This is the new way of Earth, the new form of reality. Our superhuman is online, and there's a lot more in our body than we realize. The mere existence of what we thought our capacity was is no longer the threshold. So it's really our time to really start cultivating that in bigger spots of reality and bigger spots of the world, so we can start making and building and having this type of threshold and this type of level of technology, so we can go into more of who we are and who we're meant to be and what we're destined to do. Yes, the programs are more technical, they're more structured, they really kind of make sure we get all the tasks done, but there's the integration process that happens inside of it. And you have to believe, you have to know, you have to devote yourself to this, saying that yes, this is what's occurring, this is what's feeling into it, this is what's growing towards our beingness and our development. And if you believe that and you feel strongly about that, then this is not just your starting point, but your point of recalibration. All we can do is know. And we know that there is something grand about to occur. And it's either you sit there and just wait for it, or you become part of it. And this is your invitation. This is it. This is your activation. This is the point of where that bodily fluid flows. I want you to feel into it. Open your heart. Feel and express into the wisdom, the music, the expansion, the availability, the divine heart, the union of spirit and soul and human. So when you're activating yourself into this lineage and this legion and this timeline and this legacy, you're really granting yourself the availability to be this bigger brand. And when we're becoming this bigger brand, we're going to learn to embody the feminine flow, and we're going to embody the feminine dance, and then we're going to activate ourselves with subconscious rewriting programs. We're going to activate ourselves with really high energy experiences and light body codes, and really activating transmissions and channeled messages. So you're really freeing your body from these high densities and to activate the divine genome within you. That's what human design is about. That's what Gene Keys is about. It's about that evolutional race. When you're tapping into human evolution and human development, the human design is a key code that our society is now calibrating towards, because we need some kind of structure to formulate towards. The whole point of that is the genetic galactical divine genome into the divine race of the star seeds and the galacticals. That's what the human design is. It's made from the Mayan calendar. So really look into understanding what you're tapping into, which is nothing is wrong with it. But whilst we're tapping into that, there's a higher octave where when we focus on the cities and the higher levels of our genome and the higher levels of a higher human design, we're now tapping into the divine genome. And this is what Sophia Wisdom Arts is about, is having that embodiment and activation of those cities and making sure that those integrate correctly into your nervous systems. So when you're doing your branding systems, that's what's anchored in, that's what's fulfilled in. And your nervous system body doesn't have to be shot about it, because it sees its final destination, and all you're doing is now calibrating towards that final destination. There's no unknown. There's just evolution. So why not build the frequency around you and the people around you more to on that level and on that environment and on that being? Create a world of your possibility of the highest light octave and the highest city. That is your possibility. So I really grant you guys like the possibility and the opportunity to join for the elite certification, and then for the manifesto. The manifesto is a potent, amazing opportunity for you all. You literally walk out with 3 different novels, or 3 books, a manifesto, a topic-based book, and then a co-author book. We do all the branding, we do all your brand stuff for you. We help you activate that. We get a huge marketing campaign for you throughout the whole 13 months. We get you on different publications, you get you on joint activations, all these magical things happening. It's not just a book you're putting your name on. This is a whole legacy in the making. Be part of this legacy, be part of this movement, be part of this way of becoming the new human. The divine source within you is calling the divine source within me. We are calling together to calibrate at a higher light octave to really feel that momentum. So when we're working with the technology, we're working with the basic things. It's practical, it's logical. Yes, in the container, it's very structured, it's very logical, very masculine. Because the feminine energy that's cultivated outside of it is integrating in now deeper and deeper. And then within that process, then you're met with the yin. But you have to show that you will say yes. You have to show you will do the work. If you want to learn or you want environment, you must take the leap. You must take the say that big yes. It's your exploration. It's your defining towards your future. You have to say yes to it. You have to move towards. Do you want the quantum leaps? Do you want the quantum flow? Do you want all of it? Do you want to experience wealth consciousness in this way? This divine feminine conscious way? Really magical. It's really, really magical to experience the wealth consciousness in this way. Or what's coming, what's developing, what's coming forward. And together as sisters we rise together. And this container holds in a magical lineage and legacy that defines any test of odds of humanity. And you hold that as your capability to say yes to it, your capacity to say yes to it, and move forward. As you are the divine union of source inside of yourself, birthing anew, the goddess rising beyond into the priestess and the goddess of light, centralizing and centerizing aspects of you into a fuller totality as you activate your genome of divine light and legacy. Activating your wisdom and your core responsibility on this earth as a sovereign being, a sovereign light of humanity. Fulfilling your fruitful self into new technology as the divine wisdom pours through your lineages of light into your expanded genomes, into your expanded core sense beings as you become in alignment towards devoted light. Deuterons and dilectrons of your genomes become more amplified and modified towards the legacy of light and human activation as we become the future development of ourselves through technologies of beings of essence. More and more source codes reunite through our beings, into our businesses, into our legacies, as we activate the fullest technology that our fullest body capacitates and works towards. A movement before our eyes is activated activating to our toes, our feet, our legs into our fullest body, sending a sense of relighted light into a fullest technology. This is the template of the divine light genome. This is the template of the divine light products. And for you to be in this formality of light and activated forward into the divine genome of the crystalline light is rewording your sensory beings into a new form of sensory activation being. So I'm telling you and inviting you and reactivating and re-asking you to step into your divine light, step into that legacy, step into that lineage, step into that legions. Bring forth all your ancestors and all your members and all the parts and aspects of yourself into this formal activation now, and reunite and activate all those senses into your fullest totality, feeling the entering of the energy of yourself and all the lineages and lights forming into your physical body, reforming the totality of the Sophia divine light into your full embodiment, creating a full environment of sensory experiences, activating you and your heart, expanding your heart energy, opening your heart, expanding your heart more into the back of your body, into the fullest body, into your full body, expanding your heart wider and wider, wider beyond you, beyond your shoulders, into your womb, expanding your womanhood, expanding the divine principles of your femininity, activating your source sense so you can become living the legacy and the lineages you are, and devoting yourself to your brand embodiment, personal and business, and playing in my realms and this realms and our realms and the realms of this mentorship, so it embodies you as the strongest essence of feminine Christ light that there is, and you are fully invoked into this light, as now you have activated fully into the divine genomes and the divine light of who you are, and your legacy and your lineage and your rights of light will rise beyond, will rise before you, in you, above you, and you will become one with this light, and one with your totality, and one with your divine Christ light, and with your brand and your business and your personal development and personal brand. A new way of woman, a new way of coaching, a new way of mentorship, a new way of the world, a new way of business, a new way of this being has been now surfaced and birthed and begun. And this is your birthright. This is your time, your power. Allow the Kundalini life force, if it's not already activated into you, to start tinkling at the base of your spine, up into your body, up to your feet, activating, rising, softening it with the white light pillar of the divine lineage of light, engulfing you softer and relaxing it into your frequencies, into your flesh, your bones, your hips, your sovereign self. It is time for you to become the full embodied light you are, the full embodied Christ light, source of light. Your wisdom, your source, your genius is waiting for us to see it. Do not do this alone. Do not shy away from this moment. Come into this playground. Come into this knowing. Do not walk away from sisters who walk with you. Activate the lineage of light within you, and activate the wealth codes inside of you, and activate the wealth consciousness within you. Sending the light of the divine light straight into the back of your spinal cord and the back of the spinal base, filling and sending that base center and complementing it and generating a very strong frequency of light, generating and pulsating and generating into that base area, and bringing forward into that light your activation of your soul development and your divine light and your soul lineage into that, forming now more into a frequency of here availability, and meeting the two and connecting them and sending them up into your physical body more and more, into your shoulders and your back, into your wings, into your spaces and your hands, into the bases of your feet and your shoulders and your necks and your eyes and your third eye and your eyes and your crown and your pineal gland and your wisdom glands. And start sending this pulsation through your body frequency and activating you and activating this experience and activating this world and activating you and your proximity and your sensory being, as now you are calibrating to this, as you always have been and always have been. But now you are saying yes in this physical world, Don't walk away from your sisters. Don't walk away from your tribe. Don't walk away from your beings. You're here to rise. Your wisdom, the Sophia, the arts, the elite, the luxury, the grand, grand testimony of all. So with much wisdom and genius to all of you, and legacy, your alignment, your embodiment, your integration, your totality, filling yourself with those source light tools so you become fuller. This is what this new world is about. The fullest woman, the fullest embodied woman, the fullest being. Start to live your truth. Live it with the Sophia Wisdom Arts. Live it with ELLA SOPHIA. Live it with us. Live it here. This is your place where you're safe and you're held and you're brought to. Come. Take the investments and go deep. Make the plunge. Do the transformation. Transform. Know and believe in this possibility, and know this possibility. Feel it in the physical essence of your body and the physical world of your aroundness. This is real, this is happening, and you know this is truth. Our channeled body has never experienced something like this and never will, unless you say it's time. And it is time. Activating every single cell and photon and particle inside this body to receive the divine Elohim energy and frequencies of God Light Source, Sophia Wisdom Arts, into you, softly and gently. So you're not afraid, your nervous system doesn't hurt, and you're totally relaxed into it. Thank you so much for sending yourself into such an amazing portal and sending yourself into such an amazing frequency to be with. It's such a powerful, powerful thing to do. And I welcome you and I grant you and I say, it is all for you, my love. To play in wisdom and receive, and to become that fullest embodiment of truth that there is. Through you, yourself, your business, your arts, your wisdom, your legacy, your central being. For me, for you, for us, for this world, for the vision of the divine source light itself, for the wisdom, for Sophia's light, for the arts. But for us mostly, as we're part of the divine beingness. And I think I will leave it here. I think this is where I'll stop with this transmission and this activation. And I want you to feel full. I want you to feel totally engrossed into this whole thing. The intention of this whole video was for you to understand, for you to feel, for you to understand what's happening in 2022, 23, 24, 25. The light body activations are beyond what we think of. It's our time to ground it in the business world. It's our time to ground this and become the true leaders of this new world that we've desired, destined to be. Yes, there's women before us. Yes, there's people after us. Yes, there's people around us. But no one is doing it the way that we're doing it. And that's what this invite is for. This way of legacy. Step into the manifesto. Activate your light body. Activate those genomes. Activate your story. It's time. If you're ready and you're welcoming to it, you can also start with you can also bring your VAs and bring people who are in smaller calibers and want to do a smaller calibration into the elite. I also have VIP days where I look at your whole brand and we look at through everything and we really go through your brand and really use logic. And then we have the one-on-one containers and other totalities of space and time and experience that you can generate from and work with. This is your place to rise. This is your land of the plenty. Your land of the legacy that we've all been waiting for. I want you to rise with sisters who believe in you and know it's possible. I want you to be mentored by someone that says, yes, queen, yes, priestess, yes, goddess. And make you available to the world at a caliber that is expanded beyond. You can play in all the realms. You can play in all the levels. You're accepted everywhere at your fullest. And you can do your totality and do your practice and do your spirituality. And it's okay, it's normalized, it's practical, it's available, it's present. This is just the way it is now. This is just the reality of the world. And you can be the best of both of the worlds. You can perform and do and receive and expand and become wealthy and be part of many aspects of this world and the many creations and industries and businesses and technologies, as well as hold such a high embodiment of divine light. Whole embodiment of totality. This is the truth of what we're creating. This is the truth of who you are and what you're doing. And this is where it's real. This is where it becomes, and this is how you're doing it. So for me, for you, for us, we stand, we rise, we become, we develop, and we move forward. We are creating a reality of light for more than one can see. Activating all that can be developed. To this and to all. Sisters, sisters, and sisters. From all ways of earth and light, we finally find frequency and formality for all of us to be joined together in this union of art and time. Sisters, we activate you now to light frequencies beyond your totality and being. Thank you. Bye, guys. Okay. I wanted to come on for a second time and continue this transmission and allow you to tap into the power of what I just activated you into. The first video was really just you testing and feeling and sensing into this possibility of now and your potential and your ability and what you're coming towards. But now we're stepping into something grander. We're accepting and receiving with all our heart open, expanding to what we know and who we're becoming and how that is becoming. We're welcoming and walking into the grand escape of who we are. At this vision and this way that we're moving towards, there's nothing that can stop us. As women, of beautiful women, of the coaching industry, of the legacy, of the word, of who we dream to be, of who we want to be. And this is where we start our story or begin our legacy, or wherever you are on the vision of your business. You're starting to activate and remember and embody something so grand, something so huge, something so powerful. And all you have to do is just allow and receive. The wealth among us is bountiful. And it creates a power, it creates a depth, it creates something that we cannot just step aside from because it's all around us. It's a mountain full of luxury and eliteness that we can tap into and it's available to us. A lot of times our ego and our nervous system comes into play and wants to judge and say things and say, oh well, this is not for me, everybody else can do it but I'm not going to do it, or this is just not working out for me, or I just don't want this anymore, or whatever stories and excuses we want to make for ourselves. But really these excuses and stories are not even ours. As women who rise together, we are almost a victim of everybody else's thoughts but ours. And we have this one chance, maybe not one, but we have these chances, and this is one of them. And right now, this moment, it may feel pivotal as that's the one chance. It's this one chance that we have to say no, no more. And we build that frequency in our body, and we accept it, and we embody it, and we just don't make it a thought. We don't look at others, we don't strive after, we don't do comparison, we don't look away from ourselves. We go in and we go through and we go deep. So there's a depth in our power, a depth in our wealth, a depth in what we do and how we create. And that power is so bountiful and so powerful that builds and builds more frequency and more into how we're working in this way. And whilst we do the work, and whilst we uncover what we think is not favorable in us, we are becoming more and more included into ourselves and more whole. And there's less dissipation, there's less fragmentation, there's less parts that are undone that need welding back together. And we source the divine light, and we source light itself within us. And that comes from a frequency of how we hold the potential of what's coming to us and momentumly building stronger and stronger. That depth, that power, that strength of the woman, the essence. We spend so much days just wondering when will be our turn, or when we'll be doing what we would desire and we want to. But instead of waiting for someone to give you the flag and the permission and the okay slip, just keep doing and keep becoming and keep working and keep moving and keep creating that frequency. Build that brand, show your authenticity, show your pain, show your happiness, show your celebrations, and walk through it all. The power of embodiment is the ability to walk through the emotions and to go through how the woman is. So I want to bring you gratitude. I want you to bring gratitude to this world, and gratitude to your love, and gratitude to this life that you have, and gratitude to anything and everything that you think may or may not be the best part of whatever it needs to. Bring that sense of depth and that sense of love. And if you can't find gratitude, you find forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself for allowing that pain. Forgiveness for yourself for having that in your picture, to experience that. And working from that level to know who you are and what you do become even more powerful and stronger. And there's no way we can deny our ability to manifest from a heart-centered environment once we've built the depths. Women really struggle with fitting in comparison to what a system or environment may have taught us or shown us, and it may not necessarily be accurate to what we think this could be, but it is an impact. And when more women gather to this new way of calibrating, this new way of designing her heart, designing her future, designing her sequence or her frequency, there is a power, a depth, a momentum, and there's a creation that is so powerful that's beyond her understanding. And this is what mentorshiping with me is like. It's allowing that space with also a lot of masculine energy that gets a lot of things done, but really playing with and understanding the nature of subtle energy and the frequency of attention and focus and womanhood, and cultivating that manifestation energy and the frequency of a woman and her womb and her power and her sensuality and her emotions, and running through that frequency momentum and building high containers of wealth consciousness and wealth power. So willingness to dig deep into the bones and the flesh and the body and awaken through it and pass through it. Rewrite and awaken. The more pain we hold, the more power we possess. But we can go through that pain and not play victim to it. We've empowered and liberated ourselves to a brand new level of freedom. And freedom is what we want. Freedom from things that no longer belong to us. Beyond our highest capacity can think of. We awaken the depth. So the prayer to all women and all of you is that we shall awaken to the depths of our beauties and the power, and expand beyond, descend and forward and more. Rising the energy of love and emotions, frequencies through our whole template, tingling our whole nervous system and rewriting and recoding it with bliss and activation and divine, and then washing over that wealth and the power of wealth through our whole frequency, body, and sensual being, And this is the start of a template. This is the start of a vision. This is the start of a becoming. And this is the mission of all women on earth. So for those of you who are new to my world, thank you so much. This was a big video to step into, an activation video. Thank you so much for being with me. In this amazing video. And for those of you who want to know how to work with me deeper, you're more than welcome to contact me and DM me directly in my box. I do branding for personal and business brands, as well as elite embodiment for luxury brands. I also work with one-on-one for mentorship and coaching, and my one-on-one container to be accountability, as well as my group program Elite. I actually am running in April 2022 the Manifesto, which is an amazing publishing container that gets you through media and gets you PR releases and gets you on 3 other books. It's quite a powerful container. I urge you guys to contact me about that. I don't really do detailed landing pages. I do have some, but most of the goodies is listening to my video content and chatting with me, having a conversation with me. And that really is going to allow you to find the amazing, find the beautiful stuff that you need to know to receive more and to really step into and get to know how these containers can really work for you. Our brand process does use a lot of masculine energy. Don't not expect that in our containers. We do a lot of masculine things. Our messaging, our images, our design, our positioning, our strategy. We do a lot of strategy. I'm a big strategist when it comes to social media and all those type of things. But we also allow the feminine flow. We also allow, in these type of containers, the more public containers, for you to tap into this energy and this essence of divine love and sensual beings and sentient expression and the sovereign, and then feeling that resonance and that nervous system capacity to connect more into this frequency and allowing this nervous system to receive and to hold more. And through that, you'll be able to become more and more embodied through your light codes and your essence and your frequency and your sentient being, and become such a source activation of the lights that is coming here on earth right now. And yes, I talk about a lot of big languages like this and really woo and out there and new agey stuff, but I can also bring it down. I can also work on a template that is really basic and very much more about the day-to-day life of the woman, and really allowing that business aspect to come through, because the goal of SWA is to empower spiritual women to be part of the global industries across the board, to have high stature legacies and high stature positions, and allow that spirituality and that woo to come through, so it becomes more formulated into reality and more accepted and profound. Oh, it's not just about awakening other women, it's making that brave and allowingness to be seen across all the boards and legacies and all the statures. So this becomes the norm. The power of the woman is the norm. So while it's happening already, we are also integrating and stepping into it. And this is your environment. This is your position where you can come in and build a business and make it very prominent and very obvious on the masculine level. So it's very much obvious what you do. You've planted and seeded your brand, you've anchored your personal brand, you've anchored who you're becoming, and now you're just fulfilling the duties. Now you're just integrating and stepping into it and expanding it and building into it. And this is what that process of SWA does, and it helps you through that. As the school expands, you're going to have a lot more meditations, a lot more activations, a lot more nervous system rewrites and sensual beings and subconscious reprogramming and reframes, really forming you for your alignment and your embodiment. And be using a lot of different tools to really activate and solve those issues for you, so you become a fuller human in your own process and your own totality and your own lineage and in your own legacy and in your own ancestors, and part of this whole sovereign nation. And this is a dream of the future, this is a dream of the truth, this is a dream of the past even, but now it's physicalizing, and you are physicalizing it as a combination of all these amazing women together, activating you into the sentient being, the sentient human that you are, and your sovereign light, and your sovereign devotion to beautiful light that you are. So send yourself the light waves and the light frequencies you need to calculate and send into it, And then we'll receive together, and I will send you guys the wealth codes, the wealth consciousness that you need to calibrate towards. And together we rise, together we form a physical being. And then when it's ready, it rains, and we receive it all, and we plant it on the ground. And it rains and rains and rains. And this is how we do it. And this is how it's formed, and this is how it will never stop. We do the work, we build frequency, we align, we integrate, and we embody, and we start all over again, and we keep sending more and more light into our bodies, and more light into the world, and more and more and more and more and more. And it never ends, just more and more and more. So I want you to know that this is the start of it all. This is not the end, and this is not the beginning. This is a continuation, and you're progressing into it, and you're starting into it at this level, and you're starting into it at every level, and you're building and building and rewriting and recoding and reforming and activating and remembering in totality and becoming more bigger into your plan of being the light, the woman of everything, the woman of the source codes, and the woman who can become the fellow woman of the new earth and the new world, the new age, and start doing it in business, and start doing it in your coaching, and start doing it inside your mentorship, and be brave enough to talk about it in public. So it really starts there. So be brave enough to talk about it in public in big enough words, and to get the collective ready to know more and more about this. So yeah, I hope this lands, and I hope this comes into your body more, and I hope you feel a momentum, and that momentum is only the beginning of where you're going. So activate yourself with your love and your welcoming and your non-judgment and your expansion and your possibilities, and what if this is true, what if I can send this level of light and this level of heart and this level of intention and totality and interpretation into what I'm doing, what I'm becoming, and make the amazing designs and alignments I need by anchoring in my brand everywhere I touch. So I hope this meets you where you're at and where you need to be. And if you have any questions, need anything, let me know. And let me know if you need any more information or anything like that. And just contact me and have a conversation with me. I would love to connect with you guys. Just let me know what you thought about this video, and if you have any questions or need anything from it. And then we can work from there to build you into the fullest empowerment and the fullest totality of who you are and what you're doing and where you're going. Having your heart and your mind and your body and your womb and your legs and your feet and your toes coming into this new form, and sending yourself that mission. Allowing the birthing of the new human race to be birthed, and calibrating to that new evolution of species. Allow yourself to brace into more of this beautiful, beautiful light. I cannot wait to meet you, beautiful ladies. I cannot wait to share this space with you. I cannot wait to meet you, beautiful ladies, and play and bring this beauty and have the heart awakenings of a lifetime, so you can hold more wealth, more money, more frequency, more energy. Expand your inner power, your personal power, creating the framework and the structure to hold that grandness, so you can plant it onto this earth and into this land. You are powerful, my beloved, and don't allow anyone to tell you otherwise.